Good morning, my fellow family, friends, and colleagues. This is your girl, Dr. Charity, aka the Queen of Divas, and I'm here to give you your weekly encouragement on today. We're on this beautiful, gorgeous, just glorious day. It is beautiful and gorgeous as we're trickling down and getting down into slowly transitioning into the fall season, back to school season, and of course the countdown to your well-known, beloved Queen of Divas day. You know it. Labor Day weekend, my weekend. You already know, but uh, today is a glorious day. As you can see, you see what I see? You see that? You see the beam? You see the gleam? You see the glow? Well, then you already know. That's the blessing that's coming from the natural sun because you're here. That's the sign right in itself. You're here, to obtain, to comprehend, because somebody's not. Because you're able to move, to talk, to feel, to do, and actually enjoy and experience all those five senses: hear, talk, feel, see, know. When you're able to do all that, that's a blessing itself. Because somebody woke up this morning or went down last night and wasn't able to do any or all of that. So I'm just saying, that's already the blessing. But the most exciting part is the favor that you see. That gleam and that beam is not just a blessing, it's the favor. It's the favor from the Most High flowing in and portraying onto you, wanting to portray onto you the overflow. But the question to you today is, are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, I've already told you over and over again, you're not waiting on it, it's waiting on you. It's yours for the asking. But do you have the faith? Oh, we're going to go into that today. Do you have it? Do you have what it takes? Do you have the faith? I'm just asking. Hey, I'm just a messenger. But with that being said, I want to go into this. So on today, because again, this was one of these special meditations that I had this week, and it was good because the enemy didn't want me to share this, but I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it regardless. Okay, regardless. Been busy, in a little pain, but I'm still here. I'm gonna share this. Somebody needs to hear this. So I'm gonna dive right in. If anybody, I want to just reach out and just ask, is there anybody tuning in today that is desiring and praying for something specific, something special? Anybody? Anybody that just feels like if I had this one last thing in my life, don't feel bad because I'm in the same boat. If I had this one last thing, my life would be just scotch-free, perfect, perfecto, everything in place. Does anybody feel like that? Anybody feel like if I just had that one last thing? Anybody feel like if it was this one last thing is taking this time and that's all I need to just get everything, I don't need nothing else. Anybody feel like that? Okay, you're who I'm talking to. Come here. I want to tell you something. I want to give you a little word of encouragement because it's going to happen. As long as it's in the will of God, it's going to happen. But I want to tell you what this last thing that you desiring or praying for, what it's attached to, what it needs to be attached to. So, because this right here kind of piggybacks on what I told you about the detour last week. So let me tune in. Come in. So if I had to give this weekly encouragement a title, it would be "The Goal is to Be Whole." Let that resonate. I'm going to tell it again. The goal is to be whole. Well, what somebody may be saying, well, Dr. Cherry, what you mean by the goal is, what do you mean by whole? Well, wholeness means that everything is in place, everything is intact, everything is complete. That's what whole means. Whole is not just the miracle or the blessing itself. It is everything, it's the miracle and the blessing, but everything that's attached to it. That's whole. Come on. Come on. Let me hear. Let me hear. I'm glad you asked. Let me hear. Come on. So, a lot of times we focus on, especially when we have been blessed beyond measure, when we have experienced the overflow, just like myself, we like to focus in on that one area that it just seems like it's taking this god-awful time coming to us. Every delay, every detour, every door closed, every withhold, everything. But I'm telling you today that your focus needs to make sure not just on the desire of that miracle or that blessing on today, because it's yours. I'm not saying as long as it's in the will of God, it's yours. But I'm saying there's more. I've already told you there's more. There's greater. But your mind has to be focused on being whole. Don't ask for the healing. Today, when you go through this week, don't ask for the healing. Ask for the wholeness. Don't ask for the blessing. Ask for the favor. Ask for the blessing and then everything attached behind the blessing. Because we focus too much on that one area, one aspect, and fail to realize what we're missing. We focus so much on that one aspect that we fail to realize that there's greater if we just focus on being whole. Now, nobody can be whole all the time. That's perfection. We're not perfect. So there's going to always be something that's just like a car, just like anything in life, just like a car, just like a job, just like a house. There's going to be always something that needs to be fixed and repaired and replacement. That's just life in general. But I'm telling you on today that even in that, your mind has to focus on wholeness. Wholeness is where greater lies. That ain't just the miracle nor the blessing. That's the favor. That's the overflow. That's the other additional things that he wants to show and portray and give to and through you. But you can't have a closed hand. That's our problem. We focusing on one thing and don't even want to take the whole package. We say, just give us this. Just give us this. I'll take the job. That's all I need. I just need the right career. Well, what if God said, well, you know what? I can give you the career, and since your career is actually attached to your husband, I can give you that too. But if your mind's still steady focusing on the career, you just missed out on your husband right under your nose. Because your hand was not open, nor was your heart open to what was sitting in front of you. That's why, remember, let me use my testimony. Remember I told you when I got to the end of 2024 after the Spirit and told me that, you know what, that he confirmed more than one time through dreams, through visions, through signs and wonders that he was going to bring the one into my life. What did I tell y'all I did at the end of the year? I gave up ghosts. I surrendered. I took my white flag and told God, look, I'm tired of playing matchmaker. You know what? I don't even know who's right for me now. I don't even know. You know what? I went through everybody. Everybody told me what they wanted to do. Now, Lord, you know what? I bow. I back away. I threw my hand up and told God, now you're going to have to bring the husband my direction. It's going on 7 years. He need to come here. I ain't talking about a boyfriend. I need the husband. I need the one that wants to put the ring on it The one that wants to do this right here. The one that ain't playing no games, don't want no chaos, don't want no drama. I need him in my life. He needs to be established this year. It is time. Well, the Spirit told me, said, he looked around my life and said, well, you did make way. You did for the first time. Take care of your business. Well, I guess we got room for him. All right, well, in that case, I guess I'll go and get him. And he did. Brought him right in. Within weeks of the new year coming, he was right in front of me. So I said all that to say this. You just got to know, but see, God don't work the way we expect. That's why you got to be open. Open up and become open. Let him in. Don't limit him and say, I just need a career. I just need a business opportunity. I don't need nothing else. You'd be surprised at what is hanging on, what is actually attached to this main miracle, this main blessing that you focusing on. You'd be surprised what else is attached to it. Open up. Going through this week, beginning on today, open up. Open all the way up. And just let it all flow, because you'll be surprised what ends up flowing right into you. And like I told you, it's going to be more than you ever imagined. And it's sooner, and it's going to come sooner than you think. But you got to be open to it. Let it come in. Open your mind to say, I'm ready to be whole. I want the healing. I want the house. I want the husband. I want the career. I want the school opportunity. I want the savings. I want the money. I want the car. I want the family. Let it all out. Don't pause. Open up and let it all in. Because you'll be surprised at what's waiting on you. All you got to do is open up. Open up on today. Because the wholeness is what is the best thing. That's what you need. I was listening. Let me give you a little bit of my meditation before I close it out and tell you where this came from. I was meditating and listening, I usually do. And I ended up coming across Prophet Todd Hall, not Junior, Prophet Todd Hall Sr., the original Todd Hall. That man was preaching, but when he mentioned the wholeness, and he was talking about that incident, I think it was I forgot what miracle it was, because it's early in the morning, my brain is a little bit slowful. But he was talking about how God, when he ran into the individual and told him his faith has made him whole. Your faith has made you whole. Not your faith has healed you. Not your faith has brought it to you. Your faith has made you whole. That's what it is. Because too many times, and he was right, we emphasize on everything: the car, the house, the spouse, the children, the job, the career, and fail to realize that there's so much more attached to that. Don't limit yourself to that one thing, because you're going to be coming back for another thing after a while, and another thing. Well, if you take all that God has to give right now, that could slow you from coming back down for any of this for a while. But you got to be open. You got to be open and willing. And the question today is, are you ready? Because it's waiting on you. You ain't waiting on it. It's waiting on you. So the wholeness is the key. To be whole, to be complete. And it ain't the one thing that makes it complete, but it's your mindset willing to open up, your heart willing to open up and take in all that he has for you. That's the wholeness. Let me give you a little bit more before I shut this off. Let me draw it in for you. I told you I'm in transition. I told you there's only one thing in my life that don't have a blueprint. There's only one thing in my life that God has had his hand on all aspects of my life. But there's this one area that I ain't never really trusted God with, that I should have, because had I done that, I'd be in a different area right now. But this is my first time trusting God and not even knowing where the world I'm going. I told you that, my other half, which is shout out to my Mr. LEG, I know he's tuning in. My significant other, my biggest cheerleader, and my biggest supporter. You know it. You know it. You know who you are. You know very well who you are. And the time is coming. I just feel it. I just feel it. But that I let God reveal that. I have no say, so I don't know what's going on. But I know one thing. I'm not confused. And I know that Mr. LEG and me are going to be one in uni. Yep, right. Just like this. Yeah. Oh, it's coming. But shout out to my biggest supporter and cheerleader, because it's just no other like him. He's one of a kind, and he's always on my heart and my mind because God put him there. God put him there. I'm going to take his words that he told me in the beginning. There's a reason and a purpose why he's in my life, and there's a reason and a purpose why I'm in his. And it's slowly being revealed as the time is going on, and it don't take that long, because the time it's already showing itself. I see the purpose, and the purpose is being manifested. So all I'm doing is look. I know what's happening. I just don't know. As I told you, I'm like the Little Mermaid right now. I don't know when. I don't know how. But I know something's starting right now. Yeah. Watch and you'll see. Soon I will be part of your world. Yeah, that'll be me. God is revealing. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. I just don't know when and how. That's God. That's between God and the one that's leading, the one that's God and the one that's guiding the man to lead me. So that I'm just following suit. I'm just following what God and Mr. LEG is doing. That's all I'm doing. But it look, going back to what I was saying, it took a while to get there, because that's the one aspect in my life that don't have no blueprint. Because this is the one aspect, and I really know why God is doing it, because I ain't never allowed God to do it. I've always played the matchmaker. I've always played the man. So God said, in this case, I say the best half for last. I say the part where I'm gonna make sure that you ain't got nothing to do. Remember I told you, hey, when he got it, hands off. You step back, surrender. You ain't got nothing because you done did your part. Remember I told you about standing still last week? Stand still. And that's what I'm doing. Trust me, I wish that my flesh is on the inside, jumping and boiling and ready to go. But I've had to just sit my flesh down so many times, because I'm reminded. The Spirit just comes back and says, remember what I told you? I remember I told you, didn't I tell you where this can go if you don't do it right? Didn't he already tell? Okay. So with all that being said, you got to trust him. Follow him. He's guiding him, and he's leading you, and you're on the right path. Because the only reason why the enemy is messing with you, and I'm going to tell this, take this bug and put it in your ear, take it through the week. The only reason why the enemy, this is the fun fact, the only reason why the enemy messing with you, that's why your life is looking a little disarrayed, is because you're on the right path. It's about to happen. The door about to open. Somebody tuning in today, somebody about to experience it. But my thing to you, I'm telling you today, open up and accept wholeness. Don't just accept the blessing. Don't just accept the miracle and the healing. God wants to do so much more, but you got to be open to it. You got to accept the wholeness. That's the main. Accept the wholeness. Wilt thou be made whole? Not wilt thou be healed? Not wilt thou be prosperous? Not wilt thou have a miracle? Wilt thou be made whole? I'm going to finish it off with this. The reason why I'm allowing, if anybody's asking a question, you keep talking about this, this man and how, I told you this is the only thing in my life that doesn't have no blueprint. But let me explain something to you, as I've already touched on a little bit earlier. This is the only aspect in my life that doesn't have no blueprint. In other words, it's the only one that doesn't have nothing, no work on it. As I told you, the Lord is saying, I say the best for last. Because really, you needed to focus on you before I even bought this man. Because this man wouldn't have survived had you not focused on yourself and got yourself together. He wouldn't have been around right now. you would have ran him away because you wouldn't have been able to handle him. Which is true. Hey, God, just to show is a rope. As it shows my hand go up, I know that I wouldn't have been able to. But the Spirit is saying that, look, He is not the wholeness. A lot of times when we pray for that miracle and that blessing, we expect that the job is the wholeness. Remember I told you? We expect the spouse is the wholeness. The marriage is the wholeness. The children is the wholeness. And it's not. What the Spirit is telling me is, now He comes to add supplement to your life. There's a void where He can fill in. I ain't saying it ain't no void. Yes, it is. But He's not completion. He's not wholeness. There's a little bit more that God want to give on top of giving and sharing Him with you. But my question is, are you willing to take the whole package? Because you're going to be giving a whole package to this man. Are you willing to take the whole package that come with this man into your life? Because it ain't just the man that's coming in and the rest of your life being shared with this man. There's so much more attached to that. That's where your wholeness is at. Your wholeness ain't just in the husband and the marriage. Your wholeness in what also is attached. That comes with it. That supplements your life that is already blessed and highly favored. But then there's more to come along and tag team along with that. The question is, are you ready for it? That's your wholeness. Everything attached to that is about to come. The promotion about to come. The business marketing about to come. The healing is about to come. All behind Him. I'm just speaking what thus is being told to me. So I'm helping myself as I'm helping you. But that's the question today. Are you ready? Are you open and willing to accept the wholeness? Not just the miracle, not just the healing, not just the blessing, not just the prosper, but are you willing to accept all that He has for you? Because it's going to blow your mind. The minute you say yes, Lord, yes, you will be amazed. Because it's going to blow your mind. How big it's going to blow your mind, and how soon is the time. The time is going to be sooner than you think. Just be mindful to accept the wholeness, not just a little aspect. The way He blesses, He don't just bless one area and one aspect of your life. He wants to bless the whole life. And most of the time, He usually sneaks something in. When He gives this one, He makes sure that something tag team along with that. So you get blessed abundantly, wholly, all at once. But my question to you is, are you ready? Are you ready to be whole? Wilt thou? Is your faith strong enough to accept the wholeness? Because guess what? You ain't waiting on it. It's waiting on you. You may be waiting on the miracle and the blessing, but guess what's waiting on you beginning on this week? Your wholeness. So my question as you go through this week, wilt thou be made whole? Your faith? Is your faith? Your faith gonna make you whole? Come on now. Do you want to be whole? Because it ain't nothing like being whole, just like I told you, ain't nothing like the favor. That's the overflow. That's more than enough. That ain't just enough. That's more than enough. But my question to you, are you ready for more than enough? Wilt thou be made whole? Has your faith made you whole? Well, I want you to take that through you this week and know that wholeness awaits on you. Well, that's all that I have for you on today, but tune in next week for another weekly encouragement. Please subscribe to Lady Superwoman. That's at Lady Superwoman 9999 49s on YouTube for all of your weekly encouragements and motivationals. And remember, as you go through this week, there's greater attached to that miracle, that blessing, that healing, and that prosper that you are looking for. So don't just accept that. Accept the wholeness that He has in store for you, because there's greater waiting for you, and it's coming sooner than you think. Just one thing, you got to be open for all of it. It's a big, huge package, and you got to be open for it right now. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.